While we were in Florida for David and Christine's wedding, Mom, Dad, Tim, and I took a tour of the Kennedy Space Center. This was the morning of July 27, 2007. Our first stop was the Rocket Garden. Here, Tim looks over one of the Mercury capsules. Mom and Dad check out the leg room in one of the Mercury capsules. I don't think any of us had more fun than Dad. Rocket science made simple. Tim admires the giant Saturn rocket used by Apollo missions 1 and 7. Tim and Mom are heading toward the Atlas, Titan, and Jupiter rockets in the Rocket Garden. We took a bus tour, and our first stop was the LC-39 observation gantry. This is a view of the vehicle assembly building from the top of the LC-39 observation platform. The center is a huge wildlife refuge. We didn't see any alligators that day, but I did spot this eagle soaring over the grounds. This is part of the crawler way, where they take the rockets to the launch pads, and in the distance is launch pad 39B. You can just see the red-orange tip of the space shuttle ready on the pad for the next mission to the space station. The center of the gantry houses a 14-foot, 7,000-pound space shuttle main engine. Our next stop was the Apollo Saturn V Center, starting with the firing room theater, which creates a Saturn V launch. You see these consoles light up, hear the voices of the operators, and watch the countdown to launch just as it happened. Right outside that theater is a Saturn V rocket. This is looking up at the 5 Stage 1 engines of the rocket. These are the Stage 2 engines. Mom and Dad at the Lunar Rover exhibit. I think Dad's having problems with the camera. An earthbound version of the Lunar Rover. They left the original one on the moon. This is Tim in front of the lunar lander at the tip of the Saturn rocket. Our final stop was the space station processing facility. Mom and Dad are entering Hab 10, a living quarters capsule for the space station.